I realize I skipped day 6 on the vlog, and some folks out there have been a little worried that I did it because something crazy or weird happened to me, but in fact it was quite the opposite. That absolutely nothing happened that day. I didn't feel too great. I woke up and I did my normal routine where I drink a lot of water. 20 minutes later, I go sit on the toilet and the water comes out. I drink water again. 20 minutes later, on the toilet, water comes out again. Usually by the third time, it'll stay there. Which, if you guys know, that one of the reasons that I fell down in Denver airport was because of dehydration, and that's why it's so hard to keep moisture in me, because it often comes right back out. And once I woke up and got through all that, I realized I was just exhausted. I just felt exhausted. I felt really tired, and a lot of times I'll just go ahead and push through and try to go on with the day anyway. But I actually decided that I was going to get some extra rest. So I basically just went back to bed and slept for a bit more. That evening was a bit more productive. Got some videos filmed and some stuff done, but that's why there was no vlog for day 6, was because I slept through it because I felt tired mentally, physically, and emotionally. I just wanted to go back to sleep. So I did. Still sticking with the program. Haven't slipped off that yet. We're still on the road to reducing to day 16. Tomorrow I'll be 15. I have had, I think, a couple of times where I slipped up, and just because I was watching a movie or making a video and just went into autopilot and just picked up the bottle and just took a slug out of the bottle, but instead of measuring it in the shot glass. But once I realized I'd done that, I actually counted it as a shot. So that kind of slippage a little bit, but I've been staying on track. It is just after 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and this is my first shot of the day. Normally, I would have been through maybe 8 or 9 shots by now. But not today. Someone asked me what I would say to an alcoholic. I listed a bunch of things that you shouldn't say. So somebody said, okay, what should you say? So I'm going to say it. If there are any alcoholics out there that are listening to me and watching me quit, first thing is, I'm not going to call you an alcoholic. I'm not going to call anyone an alcoholic, because in general, 99% of the time, an alcoholic knows when they're an alcoholic. They don't need to be told that. They usually know it. And the second thing is, I'm not going to tell you to quit drinking, because it might not be the right thing for you at this time. You know if it is or not, somewhere in the back of your mind. And thinking about that is what I would suggest you do. I would suggest you think about how much you drink. Think about how it affects your life. Think about the things that you're not able to do anymore that you used to be able to do when you were sober. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of them. I can already list half a dozen. Think about those things. Think about how it may be affecting the lives of people who care about you and the people around you. And just think about it. Just think about that. Sometimes. Spend a little bit of time every day just thinking about it. And then talk about it. Start talking about it. You don't have to quit. I'm not saying to quit. Just think about it and talk about it. And once you started talking about it, and you're getting ideas from other people, and you're getting your own ideas, then you decide what to do. Because it's not gonna... The worst thing you can do is ignore it, is ignore those thoughts. I mean, if you are an alcoholic, my message to you is not, well, just quit. My message to you is don't ignore it. Think about it. At least keep it in your head. You know, don't let that question slip by. Well, am I an alcoholic? Nah. Just, you have to think about it. You have to keep it in your mind. If you are an alcoholic, realize it, think about it, and understand it. And that's all I would ask for an alcoholic to do, is just think about it. I have quit a lot of addictions in my life, and two thoughts that I always kept in mind that helped me quit was, one, thinking of all the things that I used to be able to do that I can't do anymore. Thinking about a different me, the me before I started doing whatever it was, and thinking about that me and wanting to be that me again. I do that a lot right now. I think about the me that used to be just seethingly good at rants, you know, just blazing, searing words out of my mouth that I could just toss out there. I can't do that so well anymore. But I used to be able to before alcohol, and I want to be able to do that again. I want to see what my performance is like in video game videos when I'm sober, when I haven't had any booze for a long time. I want to go back to the me that I was before I was an alcoholic. And that is one thought that keeps me going. Another one that keeps me going, and this one got me through smoking really, really nicely, and it's helping here too. Every time I take a shot, or every time I'd start to light a cigarette, I would think in my mind, okay, when I light this cigarette, I know exactly how it's going to feel. I can imagine how it's going to feel. I know precisely what it's going to do to me and how I'm going to react to it after I've done it. I know. I've done it a million times. It's nothing new. Let's go for something new. Let's go for a new sensation. And as I was going day by day, quitting smoking, I would have cravings for smoking. And I would think to myself, okay, I really want a cigarette. But if I smoke that cigarette, I know exactly how it's going to feel. This is new. This is a new sensation. Sometimes it wasn't always good, but let's continue with the new. Let's check out what this new thing is. I've done that last thing for 22 years. I did smoke for 22 years. I know exactly what it's like. It's not a mystery anymore. It's not new. Let's go in a new direction with how we feel about things. And that also really helped. It helped me quit. I'm still on track. 16 shots today max. I think I'm going to be successful at it. It's past noon, and I just took my very first shot of the day, which means I waited quite a while to do it, and I'm feeling okay. Tomorrow we continue on. 15 shots. I'm going to try to get more footage of me just doing things because I don't want to bore you guys with these. I want them to be educational, but I also want them to be interesting to watch. And so I have to think about some things around the house that I need to do, or maybe friends that I want to go out and see, and get some, out of the studio footage for you guys to watch, just to kind of show you my normal daily drinking habits and what they're doing and what they're amounting to, and the effects of them cutting down. Right now, I can't tell if there are any effects. My hip has hurt for the last 2 days, but I don't think that's alcohol. I think it might be a little bit of gout that got into my hip, but honestly, I think I just slept on it wrong one night and now it hurts. So I'm not gonna blame that on the alcohol. But we're continuing on. Everything is good so far. No bad effects from quitting. Bad effects from drinking, yes, but no bad effects from quitting so far that I've noticed. And I'll see you again soon.